Hey, good afternoon. We're going to go ahead and do a step-by-step instruction on the assembly of the Maverick stand. Stick around.
Here's all the hardware provided with the kit. However, you will need a 7/16 socket and a 7/16 wrench, plus a 1/2-inch socket to complete the build.
Alright, first thing I do is slide these through the center. This is your pivot point. I just thread them in just a little bit. And I'll line everything. I finger tight all these. Kind of slide everything together. Make sure it's all good. Now, when you tighten these tubes down, I just use an impact. You can use a ratchet wrench if you want. I hold on to this tube so it don't spin. And just snug that up. You don't want to snug them up too much. Do the bottom. Hold the tube. And that's it for the first frame. This is the inner frame. Now note this, the bend with the holes in them is the top. They're shorter than the bottom bends. Also the tubes, one tube on each side has a hole in it that goes towards the bottom. That's going to be for your strap. So I'll kind of lay all this out.
The top does not have a hole.
Correct.
And these just get finger tightened in,
Yep.
just to help you start them.
Just to start them, yep. Now, this side is important, so I kind of keep some pressure on to keep everything flat, and I do this on the floor on a packing blanket just to not scratch it, and because I can move around it. So again, I'm gonna hold this center tube, snug that up, and I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna hold this tube with this hole going straight up and down. I'm gonna snug that side up. This side, I'm just gonna thread it in just a smidge. So I'm gonna leave some space, and that's to combine the inner. So I just go in just enough so it don't fall out. So now I'm gonna take the inner frame, lay it in there like so. I'm gonna thread these out. Sometimes you'll have to, if you thread them too far, you gotta use a wrench to get them back out, but because these two sides are snug together, this will stay where it needs to go. I'm gonna put this through here. Then I'm gonna put my saddle. Then my washer. Then another saddle. And then I'm gonna guide it through this hole. And I'm gonna come over to the other side. I'm gonna carefully do the same thing. So I got them both in there. Half-inch socket even. So I would hold this there so you don't muck it. So you got those two center bolts tight. And I'm gonna come back and tighten the side grove. So now I got the frame halves put together. I'm gonna take 4 saddles, 2 bolts.
Show me the 4 saddles and 2 bolts one more time.
So here's the 4 saddles,
Got it.
and 2 bolts,
Got it.
and the strap. Goes through there. Put a saddle on. That. One side. Put a saddle on the bottom. Same thing on this side. All this stuff flows together very smoothly. It's all CNC machined, every part on here. Get the wrench, 16th wrench. I got it. So I'm just gonna snug these up enough that this will still swivel a little bit. Do the same thing to the other side. There. That way, when you fold this together, these will swivel to the side.
Okay.
So it'll close tighter, essentially.
Got it.
So now we can open this up. And this is your adjusting. Now you can adjust these tubes, loosen these sides up, and rotate this tube so this is flat, but they're not up.
So you can do that to preference.
Yeah, you can do that for preference if you like. So next we're gonna take our
Awesome. All right.
now we're gonna take our rests, the plane rest. I always get one side started. And then I come to the other side and See right here, my hole does not line up from my bracket to there. So all I'm gonna do is I'll swivel this. These will move easily on the tube, and I'll get it enough to where my hole lines up.
So you can still pivot these
Yes.
and make it so that those are the holes in line for you.
I just get them so the holes will line up, and you'll have to kind of work this back and forth maybe to get the bolt through. So I focus on getting the bolts through, then I can come back, and I like to put the distance off each end the same. So you can see this side is, I'd say about 1/2 inch to the outside of the cap. This side is about 1/8 inch. So I'll just rotate this tube until I get about the same distance
On either side.
Yep. And we'll repeat the same thing on this side. For tightening, what I'll do for tightening, over this side soon, is I put the wrench in one hand on the nut side, and I put my finger on the bottom of this nut, and when I start tightening this, once I feel that nut starting to touch my finger, that's about as tight as I want it. And the reason being for that is the reason I do that is so I can still move this bar. This bar's meant to rotate up or down. I like to, when I set them up, put my jets together, I like to rotate these down at the field, and then my jet sets nice in there.
Got it. So this arm should be able to swing
Yes.
to preference, but this needs to be loose enough for you to do that.
For you to do that.
If this nut is too tight, then this won't pivot for you to get it to the right angle.
So it is a little stiff to pivot,
But you want it that way.
but
Okay.
so that does that for the most part. The next thing I do is, in the kit, you'll receive these 4 sticky Velcro things. So you're gonna take these, and I put them from the end of the orange here about 1 inch down, center as I can.
Okay. So about 1 inch down here.
And then that'll come later in the process of why we put those there.
Okay.
Next thing I'm gonna do is take our Maverick logos, and this is pretty important to me, because I like to keep them all the same. The Maverick logos go on the inner frame. Like so. All right, now we will get our foam prepped. The foam will come uncut just for packaging purposes. We just leave them full length. When you unpackage these will be installed on these tubes to help protect during shipping. So we will get these cut to length. You can cut them however you want. A lot of people will just put them on and cut the excess off when you're done. That works. We'll get these pre-cut and we'll be right back.
Okay, so these are now cut to size.
So it helps to push and squeeze this together to get it to wrap around the tube. Now, what I like to do, well, first we'll take these bands and we'll put them around these ends, and the Velcro just holds these bands from slipping off.
Genius. Awesome.
So that does it for assembly. The last thing, Avery's got the strap for put her together. Sometimes you might have to give that a little help,
But these pivot, so it's okay.
yeah.
Just for that reason.
And you got your strap to hold her together.
Quick and easy.
So there you have it. That's the assembled stand. It doesn't take too long.
No, that's super painless.
Yep. Hopefully soon we will get a video out of how and where the Maverick stands are built. They come in multiple colors. The fluorescent colors are very popular. Orange, green, pink, yellow.
Cool.
Alrighty, thanks.
All right, so that completes our assembly video for the Maverick stand. Thanks for watching, guys.